Three, two, one. Yes, we are live. I just wish that my screen here on for some reason on StreamYards it was bigger and now it's like smaller. But anyway, let's get straight to the everything's okay. Tweeted. I sent some friends and all that's good. When you get a chance, retweet it on your end. But either way, this is the Chronoz Show and the Chronoz Show featuring Ryan Drayson because he is the main guy here. I think it's out of
Mhm.
all I've had, Ryan has been so far, well, actually, one of the most or the most loyal guy I've had. I know he's been absent the last few times. It's just, it's just timing. I had two big podcasts, and scheduling was based on well, we normally do it like 7:30 p.m. Fridays. But the other guys, who was it? Larry Kinney from the voice of Lionel from Thundercats, and then we had the creator Roger Rabbit, and their timings were we had to work with them on their timing. So Ryan, he had to take care of things and important things, whether it's like family or school or things like that, whatever it takes. Either way, we got Ryan back on here. So let me get this guy out of the way really fast. Just trying to tag people and get people to join in and watch. But anyways, this is a Chrono Show. My name, my name's Chronos, and Ryan was. Did I say Ryan? I said
Just
Ryan. What's up,
we get
man?
together. That's all right.
Ryan, talk to me.
Hey,
What's
how's
going
it
on,
going?
Ryan? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm super excited to be back on, and that schedule worked out this time, and hopefully that's gonna be something that continues going forward. Yeah. Do you want to go into right away into like what kind of what's been going on, and what we're excited about and that kind of stuff before we get into the kind of
Yeah, Ryan, go
meat
ahead.
of the
Tell me like
conversation?
how you spill whatever you want to talk about. This is chill talk. Let's just talk about you and then myself, and I'll go into what I've been up to. And yeah, if there's
Yeah.
anything exciting you just want to talk about, go for it right now.
Okay. Yeah. I've really missed doing this. Last couple times there've been stuff with family come up, like with the voice of Lino was I usually have my kids. I'm divorced, so I get my kids on a certain day, and I always love having the time with them, but that means sometimes other things, the timing doesn't work out, and that's unfortunate. That was a really cool episode. I got to watch it afterwards, at least. So, but yeah, I'm sorry I missed that, and I forget specifically what was the other one when I had to miss. That was Tammy Stronach, I think. Um,
Who? Oh, right. Tammy, I was trying to,
yeah,
yeah,
I think it
another.
was family thing too. But yeah, no, I, it it's too bad and it's disappointing, to miss these big guests and talk about what they're doing and have questions prepared for them and that. But as I said, hopefully things are going to be hopefully more consistent going forward. In terms of what's been going on, a lot of the usual. I don't think I've been on since I had to go to the U.S. for trip for work, and I got
Mhm.
COVID when I came back, so that sucked.
Oh,
Um,
dang, yeah, okay.
yeah, I'm all better and tested negative, so that's good, but that sucked. And
Yeah, it doesn't feel good.
no, no, it does not. Um, so wishing good health and good things to everyone out there watching. Thank you for tuning in. Um, as for like what's going on otherwise, I'm super hyped this year. We're gonna talk later about the Mario movie. That we got big gaming stuff coming up, but this is a year. I don't think this has ever happened before, at least not anytime recently. Um, all of my favorite franchises are getting stuff coming out this year. I've got the Pixel remasters pre-ordered, preloaded on my Switch, so they'll be ready when launch day comes to play. Xenoblade's got story DLC, and Metroid Prime remastered came out. That is phenomenal. It's one of my favorite games of all
Oh,
time.
yes, indeed.
Yeah, and it looks like that does not look like a 2002 game, that remastered. That like
No, no,
you
no.
did not know what that was. You'd be like, oh, this is a new game, or if it didn't say remastered in the title or whatever. And then of course Tears of the Kingdom, which is another thing that we're going to be talking about later on. So that's kind of where things are at with me, and otherwise life is, basically life is what it always is. So things are good. How about with you?
With me, you know what? Right, let's do the intro real quick.
Sure.
And then we'll talk right about what I've been up to. For those who are watching, let's check this out real fast. This is what the Chronoz Show is about. We do interviews with voice actors, nostalgic actors, and we talk gaming, things like that. But let's check this out real fast.
Thunder, 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 Thundercats! Ho!
Yeah, that editing for that remake, as I had another song before, and I changed it, for reasons. But the thing is, I like the new song, but when you heard the lightning bolts hit, or you saw lightning, that's separate, and I had to find some, how do you say, sound effects. So I didn't know that my it's called Filmora. Filmora is really easy. I pay like $50 a year, and I pay like $10 extra for like infinite or amounts of special effects. I didn't know I had sound effects, so I'm using them now. So I had to put the sound right where the lightning was hitting. So it was cool. I did a whole lot of fixing things up, and other than that, that's cool. How do you like? Do you like the intro? Is that cool now?
Yeah, that looks great. And that's awesome that you got video editing software that you're paying that price for. That's fantastic. So, and it looks it looks like really, really tight, really good. Yeah,
I think I come a long way. When I used to edit videos years ago, I've been doing videos for years with whether it's the cheapest camera or something more expensive now, or updating stuff through the years and then learning more things through the years and time, and just again with the editing, it's just gotten better. So like tomorrow I got a they call it they call that's a quinceañera tomorrow that I have to film and do photos and pictures, and I don't normally do that as much, but I'm doing one tomorrow. So all day tomorrow, like I'm working on, I got my flash, and I got like these new battery packs and just things for preparing. Also trying to fight a cold that's been around for like, one of those colds you get for weeks. Like I'm trying to cough here. And I'm trying to just maintain it. But either way, what I've been doing lately, besides what I just told you, I've been spending a lot of time at the gym. Actually, I think what's been hitting me a lot is a lot of depression, and it has a lot, personal things that that I won't talk about. But when you get some of those things, those times when you're depressed and you want to do something, make changes in life, I think it's just when you're gaining weight at my age of 42, you start feeling the effects of you're getting older and things are not feeling well. Either way, the last month has been like, just before this, I just came from the gym. I go there and I hit it hard, and I just dropped 17 pounds. So it's kind of like gotta keep going,
Nice.
gotta keep doing it. I can't stop, can't stop. It's like I found an addiction again to working out, and I swear to you, it's just it feels good. I got to, I even have a sleeping disorder. So I think as you're trying to lose weight and be healthy, those things start to get a little better, sleeping better, trying to, just trying to find a better me. But either way, besides that, and let's see, I had those recent podcasts that we were just speaking about. And I have recently not spoke to, I'm doing, I want to go back into gaming podcasting like we're doing today. We're back into gaming, and later on, I'm not going around to asking all my old guys who used to appear, asking too much, just a few, or just not as I used to. I'm not trying to be so super focused on, doing a lot of promotional kind of stuff. It's just I just love what I do. I'm not looking for. I don't need, I'm not trying to boost and get subscribers or do this and that. And I'm just doing this because I love doing it. So I'm doing this today because I love doing it, and I love talking about gaming and going back to the gaming conversations. We will go back into voice actors, nostalgic actors. I'm trying to talk to that dude. Back to some of those. I noticed in the Zelda trailer. We'll go back to later on into that. That who's you've seen who's in what characters are in there towards the end. So I started looking them up. I'm checking them out, seeing if I can grab them later. One of them didn't answer me, and I think it has to do with they can't. I heard something where they can't appear before something comes out. They can only do it after it comes out.
Okay.
Also, the voice of Ganon. Ganondorf. I sent him a few messages yesterday on different platforms, so I'm trying to reach out to him. And of course, it actually could take up to a few weeks before they even answer. It's happened where they'd answer me weeks later. It's just been a day, so I'm just trying to nab people and grab. And later on, we'll get into some of those voice actors and things like that. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Again, working out. Playing. I play my games. I'm not working right now. I got laid off a few weeks ago, and it's just kind of. Abbott's is a big company, but Abbott is. Just happens. They just drop you in an entire facility, and then me and my brother just don't have jobs. But we're doing at the moment doing unemployment. But the thing is, even the unemployment doesn't give you enough. I can only get enough to support certain bills, and which gave me the time. As looking for I need a job that I can be happy. So I'm trying to look for something, and at the same time, that's where I'm going to the gym and making that time there too, and spending a lot of time with my little boy, my little Luigi. So either way, so it's a lot of things I'm trying to do on a personal level too, and work on me, and that's pretty much it. I just I'm not with my kid's mom, and it's been like that for over a year, about a year. It's just we support each other, as we to help each other out as we can, for our child, and that's important. Just keep it cool. Try to get over, the wrongs and make it more right. So that's just what, how that is. But you know what? Let's get to the best part that I want to talk about. And right now, I have been dying to talk about this the first day I seen it. But the Super Mario Brothers movie just came out, the animated film, and it's before it came out. Oh man, I should pull that lady out too. As we're talking, let me go straight to YouTube because I want to pull this out. What we call those people the critics, right?
Mm-hmm.
See if I can get it fast. Let's see if I can find it right here. I gotta find this girl. This girl pissed me off. Here. Oh, this is probably her. Let's see. I'm gonna try to. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Now, let me go back real quick. Is this the right video? What's that girl's name? Oh, that's right. That's right. It was her name is Grace. Here we go. Let me see if I can pull this out here. And Oh man, was horrible crap. The kind of review the critics were reviewing the movie really bad, and the things they would say before we even got a chance to see the movie, and listen to this girl. See if I can pull it. I got it right here. I'm gonna do the share thing before we start talking. Because critics, I'm learning that they ain't shit. I'm sorry. I'm gonna talk some shit, and I'm just gonna be like, I'm learning a lot about these critics are trash and they're garbage and rotten tomatoes, rotten potatoes, whatever you call them. They're just doing all this. It's like, what are you, old, or you never played a video game before, and you just oh, is this not a good movie? Let's pull this out. Hold on, let me get the right one. Is this it? I thought I had it. Yeah, here it is. Let me go to the share screen now. Share screen, pull this one up. Okay, it'll pop up in a second. Window, entire screen, Chrome tabs. Okay, I think this is the one. Do you guys see that? Someone, right? Okay, now let's go to go back to here and let's blow it up a little bit. Listen to what this lady says.
Walk you through this, right? Because I know a lot of you aren't going to believe me, but I think you're going to be seeing a lot of bad reviews drop right now. And yeah, it's unfortunately true. Now, as I've mentioned before when discussing this movie, I don't play Nintendo games, right? Like I know who the characters are, well, like the big ones.
You don't play
I'm
Nintendo.
Certainly not a Nintendo fan. But just like I say, movies shouldn't require homework. This should be accessible to a non-Nintendo fan, especially if it wants to make $1 billion. But, I do love Illumination movies. I watch The Grinch every year. I love Illumination films. I think they're fantastic. And the trailers for this have been very bright and fun. Plus, I've been really getting into Universal Studios Super Nintendo World. Like, I haven't had a chance to go there, but I've watched all the videos. I'd like
You're
to go there.
not going to go there. You don't like Nintendo.
It looks like a good time. So I'm like, this seems fun. Everybody's so excited for Super Nintendo World, for this movie, right? And who doesn't love a party? I'm like, I want to be in here too, everybody. Move over. So I was very excited for my press screening. I was like, oh boy. So there were about 40 of us in the basement of AMC Lincoln Square. But the rest of us just sat there in stony silence, just waiting for the movie to end. You were like, oh, whew. I mean, I also was not only not enjoying it, but I was shocked that I couldn't get into the movie. I was like, how is this bad? I haven't had this hard a time watching a movie since DC Super Pets. I would describe both of these movies as torture to sit through. Whew. And I like comic books. I like mythology. I get into stuff. I'm open to getting into new fandoms. So the fact that I was like, make it stop was pretty bad. Although I wanted to walk out of DC Super Pets, as I told you. And the only reason I stayed was because, I'm reviewing it. I'd love to be able to say, hey, it gets really good. Narrator, it does not. And also the visuals here were pretty good. And I really like Anya Taylor-Joy's Princess Peach and Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong. So, it wasn't quite as bad as Super Pets, but it was close. It was bad. Speaking of the amazing visuals, Super Mario Brothers is available in 3D. And if you like 3D and you're willing to pay a couple of extra bucks for it.
So basically, let me turn this off. She says the movie's so bad. So people started reviewing this, and especially her, and she sounds really stupid, by the way. And it's just the way she expressed herself, and she doesn't play Nintendo and all that kind of stuff. And other critics, again, rotten potatoes, they're just, I'm going to call them rotten potatoes. That's just what they suck. And I've seen other movies like, why even bother doing, as popular as they supposedly are with their critics and all that. And it's just, Ryan, tell me how you felt about, at least as from a gamer, we're gamers here, and we're talking about the Super Mario Bros. Movie. So I want to see how you felt about the movie. You watched it with your kids?
I was supposed to take my kids. My daughter ended up, she'd only ever gone to the movies with my ex-wife. So she was kind of anxious about going alone with me. And hi, Frank. Good to see you, and good comment on the movie. So yeah, she didn't end up coming with us. My son and I went. He loved it. Um, he's like a miniature version of me. He's into basically like all the same kinds of stuff. Maybe not like the exact same, but like he's into video games, into comic books a little bit. He's into the Marvel movies and animated stuff and like all kinds of different things, anime. And so he loved it. I feel like as an adult who's grown up with Nintendo, for me, I would say it probably is more geared towards kids. However, like I enjoyed it as it was. I think like you need to not go into it and think it's going to be like this great Hollywood epic. Not that it's not epic, but I mean like you need to go into it and not think like, you know, this is the next Avatar, I guess, or whatever. If you go into it and you're expecting like a faithful, true, accurate adaptation of what the games are, you're gonna enjoy it. I enjoyed it. I watched it. There was no point at which I was like, well, this is a complete waste of time. The whole time I was like, oh, this is fun. I like this. I'm having a good time. I'm just out watching the movies, having a good time. And like I grew up with Nintendo from like when I was 5. Oh, similar to Frank, what Frank said there. So since I've been 5, I've been playing video games, and it not only is accurate to Mario, but it is like they somehow took how fun it is to play the games and like put that into a movie, like that same feeling that you get out of watching the movie. Plus, like if you're an old school fan, you've been playing all the Mario games or whatever your whole life. What that girl is saying is wrong. It's accessible for people. You can drop into it and not know who these characters are. But if you're an old school fan, there's like there's almost like too many little details that are references to Mario games and like, but also just Nintendo in general. Can I do like a little mild spoiler on this?
Sure. Yeah.
So my favorite one personally, Luigi's ringtone in the movie on his cell phone is the GameCube boot up, like when the cubes come around.
Oh yeah.
When that came on, I was like, I had like the stupidest, biggest smile, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool.
This movie's for me.
Yeah. So there's so many like little things like that, and even so many that are like so quick and pass by so quickly that you probably, if you're an old school Nintendo fan, you probably need to see it more than once just to catch all the little things. Like one time to watch it like for just to enjoy Mario on the big screen, and then one time to kind of like, okay, can I pick out every little thing along the way that comes in. So yeah, no, I thought it was good. I thought it was good fun, and I enjoyed the whole thing.
Let's see. Looks like Mason over here is pop. Say hi. What's up, Mason? The movie,
Yeah.
the movie. I've seen it 3 times so far. Shit,
Awesome.
you know, like he beat me by 1. And then let's see what Frank said. Bowser's Fury theme during the concert part was unexpected. Yeah, I think. I'll go ahead. Did you want to say anything more about your experience with the movie, or?
No, yeah, I thought it was good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yes, I would say for me it was. Man, it's like because going there twice. Let me see. See if I can pop up that picture. See where it's at. Down here. I don't want, I'm modeling for myself, so relax, people. Okay, it's me and my son. I'm trying to get the good side of my face and all that stuff. Be like, oh, here it is, and then there's my Luigi back there in the back. So a little quick story. Luigi in the back, that's my son. He's 4 years old, and his name is actually Luigi, and I named him after the Luigi character, from Mario Brothers. So my name's not Mario, it's Chronoz. My real name is Andres. So, but yeah, but either way, Luigi here and I had went twice, and it was a good experience for us to to enjoy. You know, I went with my older son too. He is my older son's 20. So, well, me and Luigi went a few days ago, but we went the first weekend with my older son. My experience with the movie, I thought it was amazing. I love the flick. As much as I want to say I wish it was a little longer or more, I just think it was just fine the way it was. I don't know if I felt rushed, but I don't know. I just loved every part of it. The first time I saw it in regular theater, then I saw it the next time in the 4DX. The 4DX theaters where the seats move and everything's shaking, and when you drop into waters, there's water scenes or something like that. You get sprayed in the face with water from the seat in front of you. Either way, there's the winds are blowing off. Kid's mom was supposed to go with us. She paid for our tickets, and then she didn't show up. I'm like, where the freak are you? I was like, so either way, I had what do you call that, barcode after she had bought them, and we're supposed to meet up with her, and then she just didn't. I don't know. I don't want to go into the story too much, but we just went. We went to see it for the second time, and I just know walking out of the theater, older guy was like, he's like, sir, he's like, you're a great father. He says that to me as I'm holding my Luigi with me, and we're dressed up. We dressed up in full gear, and we did it both times. But the old guy, I said, thank you, sir. And then the old guy was like, I wish, I missed those days. So he probably misses those days. He probably did that with his kids. He looked like he was like near his 70s. But I like the compliments. And people looked at us and, we got in there. We were I was the only parent both times, both busy times, that was dressed with the child. A lot of kids were dressed up. But, I do it as a parent, as a father, things like that. So, but either way. But overall, the experience was amazing. It was great. I wish I can go a third time, but I gotta be able to, I think I want to wait a little bit, and then if my son, he says he wants to go again, but not sure. We'll wait either way. But in terms of let's see, any favorite parts? I really loved the scene where they introduced Mario Kart with the Kongs.
Yeah.
And cool. Then they jump, with the parachute and all that stuff. Donkey Kong's Jack Black's he sings Peaches. That's did you see the actual video, the one that Jack Black did?
Yeah.
That's just, oh my lord, that was so good. And it's just it's just, Jack Black brought a lot there too. And I actually, the first few minutes, I was already used to Chris Pratt's voice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, people, oh man, people hate and they get mad, and you can't make no one happy. If you can't make there's so much negativity out there when it comes to anything new, and people are just gonna hate and be bullies and trolls and whatever. And now the critics, and they're all like, it's just what people want to do. Hold on, give me 1 second. The 40X, as Mason was saying, I'll just say quick. It's just, my son, it was his first time. He was 4 years old. He just turned 4, in a 40X theater. He's never been there, and I've done it so many times. And he's like, Dad, I want to get off. I was like, no, it's okay, buddy. He's like, watch. And it was in 3D. We had the glasses. I had to, dude, you got to wear your glasses. And it's moving a lot, and for certain scenes and shaking. So I was holding on to him, and we got sprayed several times with the movie with water, and it was just like the experience. Sometimes if there's fire, you'll see a little smoke from the front of the stage, depending on what, and again, a lot of wind chill and things like that. But other than that, it was just, like I said, when it comes to people being negative, and even there's so much negativity with, they're trying to do the new Star Wars movies now with Rey's character.
Mm-hmm.
You know Star Wars, Ryan?
Oh yeah, I've watched Star Wars.
Okay, so Rey, the character Rey, the female character, they want to do another trilogy with her now. Everyone wants to bring back the Kylo Ren, whatever his name is. Like, why are you he can't bring him back? He's freaking dead. I don't know. It's like you can't give the fans what they want, but everyone's gonna be bitching about this and all this. You got to bring Finn back. Okay, they can bring Finn, but I don't know. Or the Little Mermaid. Okay, Little Mermaid is black right now, and so fucking what? It's like. I'm not into the movie. I'm not going to go to the theaters and watch it. If it comes out on Disney Plus, I'll watch it. She's a beautiful lady, and her song and her voice is beautiful as hell. people, it's catering to different communities, things like that. That's great. That's fine. I hope that people enjoy. We're gonna love that movie. We're gonna love it. Or if it's the new Peter Pan, people are seeing it having a fit because what do we call that? Not Peter Pan. Peter Pan is now. It seems like is he a Hispanic boy? They weren't really bitching about that. I think it was they're bitching about the fairy. The fairy is played by a black woman. Okay, so fucking what, man? Like, I think the movie's still gonna be good, but you can't make the world happy, and the world's just they're just gonna stay angry and stay mad and whatever. And back to Mario Bros. You know, because Chris Pratt or I don't know. You just can't make everyone happy. Check this clip that I'm gonna play here. And this is from, I actually like his acting. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. His name is John Leguizamo. He's an amazing actor, and I love his movies. But I got to see how, I'll explain how I feel about this thing I'm going to play here. And see what your thoughts are real quick. He's the one who played Luigi in the original Super Mario Bros. Live action movie back in the 80s. He played Luigi. He's Hispanic. But he does want nothing to do with the movie. So listen to what he says. Oh, if I can pull it out here. Give me a sec. Present. I got to do share screen. Share screen. And there we go. And listen.
Are you going to be watching Super Mario Brothers?
No, I will not be watching.
Oh my goodness!
So they could have included a Latin character. Like I was groundbreaking, then they stopped the groundbreaking.
I know. Well, you
They
know
messed
what?
up. They messed up the inclusion. They disincluded. I know.
Right. So what do you say to people
Yeah,
who,
sure.
Who might actually go out and support this? Should you say, hey guys, if you stand for inclusion, maybe
Just
you
catch some
shouldn't?
Latin folk. Catch some Latin folk. We're 20% of the population, the largest people of color group, and we're underrepresented, overrepresented in the worst kind of jobs, though. Oh, I know.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
He's
So
pushing
no
it there for a
Super Mario Brothers for you.
second.
Hell no.
Oh, let me turn that out. He's like, hell no. Like, hell no. Let me turn this out. So, what do you think of that, Ryan? Let me say mine first. Let me say mine real quick. I'm Latin too. I get what he's saying, and I just don't think it's a place to even talk about. Just because Latin, he says the Latin community or whatever has a certain population numbers or whatever, you can't get what you want. You just can't. You just he should just stay as he is. I still like him in terms of he's a really awesome person, but I guess it's just his indifferences about that movie, or he doesn't like it because there's not enough or no Latin people in there or whatever. But again, I'm gonna say it again, whether it's many trolls out there and the critics and people who don't like something, is like, we're never gonna get what we want, and we can't, and you just have to take it for what it is. And I'm sure there'll be something out there that will make the Latin community happy, whether it's the Black community is going to be happy for a beautiful movie, Little Mermaid, that's coming out soon, or something. I don't know. It's just, you get what I'm saying? I'm just, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's important for. I believe there's actually a TEDx talk around the time that Ms. Marvel came out, not the series, when that actual character was originally created. One of the editorial staff from Marvel Comics did the TED Talk. It was like a TEDx or one of like the spin-off TED Talks, but she said about basically the importance of representation in media. So I fully agree, and I'm on board with that. I am someone who, from like age 10 to 12, has always watched or read Spider-Man stuff and been like, okay, I can't climb walls and shoot webs and whatever, but the guy, when he takes his mask off, Peter Parker, the way that character is portrayed and how his life is and the kind of person that he is, I see a lot of similarities in myself, and then I see things that I want to be like in him. So I understand where she's coming from, like that it's important for people to be able to see themselves reflected in the characters in movies and TV, comic books, video games, etc. That they enjoy. That's important. That's valuable. That helps people to feel a sense of value in themselves. But that said, like, and also I'd like the world to get to a point where people are the right people who are good at what they do are getting jobs, whether they're women, whether they're Black, whether they're Hispanic, whether they're Asian, doesn't matter. None of that matters to how good a job you can do. If you're well trained, if you're well educated in what you're doing, when that's required, if you're well trained in what you're doing, you deserve to make a living being able to do that. And for something like a movie, ideally they should pick the best person best suited to do what they're going to do. I don't think it matters so much in animation that the cast is predominantly white, because you're not seeing them, like you're just hearing their voices. But that said, it would be nice to have more representation. Do I think that makes the Mario movie any less good? No. Specifically, I don't kind of follow John Leguizamo's argument, because like those characters aren't Hispanic. So, I mean, I guess, yeah, it's regressive for them now to be played by white guys, but also, like, what does it really matter? You weren't able to portray Luigi as a Hispanic character in the original, like in the live action one in the 90s, because it wasn't as progressive then. And also because Luigi's not Hispanic. And them being Italian immigrants is actually a major part of who the Mario brothers are as characters. It's been part of who they are from the beginning. I know it's a complicated topic to get into, but
yeah, definitely. I get you.
I don't agree with him, but at the same point, like I'm like, yeah, there should be people. Like, I hope he continues getting work, and I hope other talented, like the guy that plays, was it Luis in Ant-Man? I hope he keeps getting work. George Lopez is another. I think he's really funny. I don't know, I'm just thinking people off the top of my head, but yeah, no, I hope that people of all races.
Yeah, I think it's just it's you know, everyone's gonna have.
Not get work.
I think.
Sorry, go ahead.
No. I think it's just you know, I don't know. Just take what you get. That's all I can really say. It's just like it's just that's what I say these days. When I was watching the Star Wars movie, and as much as so many people were disappointed, and I see where their points are at, I'm just like, man, I'm just gonna enjoy this movie. I like it for what it is, whatever. It's like it's just.
Yeah.
Sorry, but everyone cries about it, but people are so damn negative about it that it ruins a lot of things, you know. And it just like in terms of what they hate out there, even for the Little Mermaid, it's getting like more dislikes than likes and whatever else. Other movies have done that too, and whatever. And I'm not going to see the Marvels. This is going to be the first movie I watch every single movie, or like in terms of the Marvel movies that come out in theaters. Mm-hmm. But I think I'm just I'm going to see the Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Yes, 100%. That's Chris Pratt. You know, he just did. I mean, he's on fire, dude. The Jurassic Park, those movies, Mario Bros. You know, you want to catch those people that are on fire and put them into a Mario movie. I don't know. He auditioned for it. I think there was about 5 people that auditioned for it, and they picked him. So I saw that in an interview with Mr. Miyamoto, the creator of Mario Bros, and he was talking about how they looked at other people. It wasn't just him. It wasn't just Chris Pratt. You know, but either way, just back to John. I just again, the guy. I follow him on Facebook or whatever. It's just so like the guy. You know, just sometimes I may not truly agree with certain statements, but everyone has the right for their opinion on things, and even the retards at Rotten Tomatoes, and as like people are just, oh man, sometimes I feel like I'm just like, stop it, don't be hating on people. But man, sometimes when you see that garbage and what people say, and that one lady that was just talking, Grace, it's like, fuck that, man. It's like, and after that happened, after Mario's success, her next video was all about how his success was there, and she was talking all good and all that. I know she feels stupid as heck, and the way she just feels about like, oh crap, I talked so much crap about this, I got hate on this, but now she made a video afterwards just talking about all the goodness of Mario Bros. And changed everything about it. Let me play this real quick. And it's actually pretty cool. Let me go into share. And
while you're doing that, if I can, Frank said about Luma Lee, the Blue Star Child, was funny. I totally agreed. That
yes,
every time he or she or it or whatever it was supposed to be, the Luma, every time they came on is just hilarious.
Yeah, that was funny. It's funny as heck. All right, check this out. This is what I think just happened yesterday or today. Let's play this.
It's official, everyone. The Super Mario Bros. Movie is now the highest grossing video game adaptation of all time, grossing $508 million. This is insane because the movie hasn't even been out for 2 weeks yet, but it's already broken the record, surpassing 2016's Warcraft film.
Real quick with Warcraft, oh my lord, how it bombed here in the US, but and overseas it kicked ass. So it was like it was right. It was a leading one, surprisingly. I need to go watch some Warcraft, but let's go into
even though Mario is a huge IP and animated films tend to do really well, it's still mind-blowing to see the Mario movie succeed in such a short amount of time. You know what this means, right? We're definitely going to be seeing another Mario Bros. Movie, maybe even a few more Mario Bros. Movies. Not only that, but we're also probably going to see Nintendo adapt their other IPs into films. Maybe Zelda, maybe Metroid, maybe Zelda, even Star Fox. The possibilities are endless. There is no way Nintendo is going to ignore this success. And we're also just going to be seeing a lot more video game adaptations from other companies as well. So let us know what you think of this success in the comments.
I think that what the guy had mentioned is that I kept thinking there's going to be more opportunities for more animated films, or if they want to do live action, it'll be with Zelda or Super Metroid. Super Metroid, I would hope it'd be like a live action. People are mixed with Zelda, live action, animated, what they want, a TV show, or something like that. But I think this opens up a lot of doors for Nintendo to create more from their IPs. So yeah, I'm super excited for that. But overall, it's just for us who are gamers who have we can review our reviews and there's nothing I don't think I disliked anything in the Mario movie. I just thought it was fine. I enjoyed it. My son, second time wants to go again. The luxury of not having all the money in the world is on my behalf right now since being unemployment. But it's just trying to work out the kinks, things like that, and So either way, overall, any other statements you want to say about the Mario movie before we move forward?
No, it was good fun. I recommend seeing it. If you're a longtime Nintendo fan, definitely see it. And otherwise, it's a nice, fun thing to do. To like you've done. You've taken your son to see it. It's a nice, fun bonding experience. And yeah, I would recommend seeing it. Did you guys see the secret ending to the movie? Like post credits, mid credits?
Yeah, post credits.
Yeah. Marvel has conditioned me to stay always to the very end of everything. Even if it's
I do that now to everything, and the post credits were not really. How many were they? Like 2, right? Was it just Bowser singing a little more, and then it was the egg Yoshi at the end, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Was there anything more than that, or?
Not that I saw. I think I checked before I went because I'm like,
was there anything else, Frank, other than the Yoshi egg? Anything other than that? Because I might have. Who knows? After the Yoshi thing, I was like, oh, I'm out. It didn't really. It just shows you that they're doing something. That they already. It's like I don't know how people were saying that this movie was not gonna be successful like that woman Grace, and if you heard the whole thing, she was just like, oh, this movie's not going nowhere, and all this the baloney, and there you go. And it's barely the first week, and it's over 500 million. It's just nuts. Yeah. But I think it's gonna hit the movie's gonna be over it's gonna be over $1 billion. I think it's gonna be over $1 billion, but that's pretty much it. With sales and everything else, when it hits like DVD, because I don't really collect. I do digital more these days, but I think I'm gonna get the Blu-ray for that one later in time. But yeah, I think overall it was an amazing movie. It was great. I liked being there. I liked dressing up, and as like I have my hat, and it's just this is like I think about a few months ago I got this hat. I was already prepared. Oh, in a few months, that's what I'm gonna do, and I got Luigi's costume, and he had a great time. My older son wore a Odyssey hat that I had for him, and that first time he went, his mom was supposed to be wearing a Peach costume. We still, we're not together, but we still do things for our son, and either way, but it just didn't happen. She didn't show up, and whatever else. But either way, I still had a great time. Overall, Mario movie, I give it a 10, and it was just that thing everyone should see it. Well, maybe, if you're not a Nintendo fan, if you're not don't play video games, I guess don't. But if you got kids that take your kids to see it. If you don't want to see it,
Yeah,
I think anyone who likes Illuminations, just try it out, or when it comes out, watch it on digital or something.
yeah, exactly.
But let's see. Was there anything else that I needed to show before we moved on? Let me click this guy off. Okay. All right. Let's go into Wait, we already been on for 45 minutes. Cool.
45
Let's talk. I think for me, besides the Mario excitement, is Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It's like I haven't been. Whenever I hear things, people talking about it or articles, I just don't read it. I've seen certain trailers and I don't want to like get. I'm not so hyped up before just because I know I'm gonna be. I don't want to see too much because I want to be surprised when I'm playing the game when I have it. So I even look at my collection here. Okay, what am I gonna sell now to get this? Or I got my Gotham Knights game from okay, maybe I'll sell that, or just trying to make up for things, and it's just Valentine's Day. My kid's mom, I tell you, man, I'm gonna say this: we're not together. But the thing is, on Valentine's Day, she whips out a PS5. I mean, I was just like, take it back. It just like she wanted to, and you know what? I'm thankful for those things. I've been playing PS5 and the Gotham game and things like that, and it's like, hey, I'm gonna sell that, no, but it's because I think it's gonna benefit our son when he gets older and when he's playing his he'll use it, it'll become his or something like that, and it's just like, look, man, this is a lesson for you to learn. What was I gonna say? Buying things for someone does not buy love. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
you got it. So as much as that we're cool now, but that's just what I've been enjoying that and so forth, and just trying to find what I need. I got some Switch games I'm gonna trade in and things like that. And it's just how I do it these days. Is if you don't have enough, just trade in stuff. Because I guess GameStop, easily when you trade in, you get more off of that when you're doing a GameStop thing. But other than that, let me see. The Zelda, getting back to Zelda, I've been becoming more excited now. And just, I had reserved it a while ago. And I even had the amiibo ready, and this, I guess one comes with it. And people, I'm not gonna get like these collector's items and whatever else. I don't need all that stuff because I'm not a collector as I thought I was. It's just everything just through time and the pandemic just destroyed the thrill of collecting, and a lot of things changed in my life. And it's just, but either way, to Zelda, after I saw this trailer, I saw the one where Nintendo had that 10-minute, they had like a 10-minute director. Did you see that one?
Yes.
I thought it was okay, cool, but I was not impressed. I know I'm gonna be excited, but I wasn't like, it was cool, but I wasn't blown away. But this trailer here, I want to watch it with you guys. It's 3 minutes and 54 seconds. I want to watch it. You can talk through it, Ryan, if you want to. But this trailer, though, let me see if I can get to it. I saw it for the first time last night, and it just like, yes, baby. I'm just so into it, and I can't freaking wait. And it's just, let me see if I can get to where's the trailer at. So talk if you want to say anything or just watch with me, or I'll talk along.
I love that shot.
What does I love playing Breath of the Wild so much? This game's just gonna take over it. Like flying ships. Now who's that? Like real, like
What species is that supposed to be?
no, actually, that's just beautiful.
Zelda, we rely on your knight and that legendary sword he carries. Our last line of defense will be Link.
Link.
Like the rocket. I like that thing. Like large jumps.
I know why I am here. It's something only I can do.
Do not look away. You witness a king's revival and the birth of his new world.
Okay, let's go!
But you are not alone.
Link. You are our final hope. Link! You must find me.
Oh yeah, that's May 12th. Let me get out of here real quick.
A month away.
So who was that girl that I was mentioning?
So the first one, the green looking one, yeah, like I'm not sure which of the traditional Zelda species that's supposed to be, or like maybe because the 10-minute gameplay direct showed that on they call them the Sky Islands, the things up in the sky, that there's these robot things called constructs. I think they said they are Zonai, built by Zonai, which anyone that's played Breath of the Wild, all like the ruins and stuff that you can, like the really kind of dragony looking things, or like the big labyrinths, those are all at some point in the game it kind of refers to that these are made by the Zonai, but you never see what those people are in Breath of the Wild. Pikmin 4 looks good too, yeah. So maybe she's a Zonai. They're supposed to be like a warrior society. But yeah, I don't know. She doesn't look like anything that I guess she kind of looks similar to Liz Alphos, but she doesn't look entirely like anything that we've seen before. And then there's a woman at the end that she's kind of like, or towards the end, where she's kind of like doing this power thing with her hand, she has kind of like similar outfit and necklace thing and like the headpiece and that to
Yeah, I'm wondering because was Link carrying someone along one of those parts where he's like going up in the air and holding someone's arm? Looked like one of those scenes where he's going up before the rocket scene. He was like holding on some rocket, but there's another part where he's holding on to someone going up. That's what I caught it. I caught in there a few times, and then there's gonna be a lot of Zelda in it. I noticed there are characters that, as we know, even from Age of Calamity, we saw a lot of those guys who I had interviewed, like Joe Hernandez, who did Daruk, and and some other characters from the Goron tribe. I think I recently texted him and he didn't answer. I don't think he did really say anything to after, but I think he's voicing the other Daruk's. I don't know. Was that his? Oh man, yes.
Oh yeah.
Goron. There was another voice he did besides Daruk. He did another one of the younger Gorons, and I'm sure of it. I'm just I'm gonna bug him later on because it'd be nice to talk about little Zelda after the game comes out. I think even who was it? There was either way the other champions, they're all dead. Of course, they're it's just the ones who are the surviving members, the current ones. Either way, it's gonna be a big war, all out war of Ganon and so forth. But I'm extremely excited for the game. Like I'm just trying to hold it in, I'm just trying to. Like right now, the game I'm playing at the moment is my son gave me he had bought himself it was a $20 gift card for Nintendo, and I think he got for Christmas, but he doesn't have a Switch, so he gave it to me, and then with that I was able to buy Immortals it's a Phoenix Rising.
Okay.
And if you haven't played that game, it is like playing Zelda. It's something that's holding me back for now. And playing that game and waiting for Zelda, and besides the fact, like I said, just doing my thing, going to the gym and trying to keep things moving and pace it slowly and take my I'm not trying to take my time. I'm just really trying to do things right. Again with everything. But other than that, what more can you say about Zelda? Are you like super excited for it, Ryan, or?
I am super excited. The 10-minute gameplay thing actually did hype me up a little bit, because not as much as the trailer. The trailer that we just watched, to me, is like the same kind of hype tone setting thing that, if you remember the Switch, when the Switch was formally announced, they did the event for the Switch being announced, and they ended it with the last Breath of the Wild trailer. The tone of this trailer that we just watched, to me, is similarly like setting up what this game is going to be like and hyping you up for like all the stuff that's in it and showing you kind of a little bit of the story, little hints of things. That trailer that we watched totally hyped me up. But the 10-minute one also a little bit, because I want to know. I'm excited to see this race that we got kind of talked about in Breath of the Wild, but never saw anything and never got we don't know anything about who these people are. So there's a lot of room for them to add stuff in. I also am like really excited to see the 4 champions. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, those are.
Yeah, I got those too. They're pretty cool.
I'm excited to see. They've taken the world and they've put up all these things into the sky and what that's going to be like. The trailer that we just watched, it looks like you can go underground too. So what's going to be down there? It looks, I'm not 100% sure, but it kind of looks like from that trailer as well, we might have kind of more traditional bosses and dungeons fit within, within the Breath of the Wild world, like the style of the world. So hopefully kind of less go to this room, go to that room, and more kind of like you can approach it different ways. But there's a couple things in there that will look like they could be dungeons. I don't know. That's all. Yeah, I'm hyped for it for sure.
I'm really hoping that as much as I do love Breath of the Wild, I got a little tired of doing the shrines. You know, what do you call those? Just getting all these, just doing a ton of those, or like the type. Okay, when you get into the mechanics of like the type dungeons in a way, they were like big giant shrines in a way. When you would get fight the bosses out, those like the dungeon things in Breath of the Wild. I don't want to see that. I don't want to do that again as a repeat. This is like part 2 of Breath of the Wild. It's now Tears of the Kingdom. I do want to see something like how do you say, you know, dungeons. Not just another repeat, collecting hearts again, well, we'll probably do that, but well, I mean, it's gonna be kind of hard to say. I mean, because I had all my hearts full. Why do I have to get hearts again now? This is part 2, again, in a way. Why do I have to re-get my stamina again? You know, it's like I don't want to have to be doing all that crap again, you know. But if I do, I'm sure whatever they got up their sleeves, the game is gonna be just as amazing and better. Hopefully, you know, it should be better than you know. People are saying game of the year. Well, we got to check it out first. We got to see it. I know I'm gonna like it. There's no Zelda game I disliked. I always loved them all. I just would hope to see something more dungeon-like for myself, just like you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, and something surprising, new ideas, new things, like how we're gonna be inventing or making our crafts. You know, we want to float across. If they showed it in there, that's cool. Building mechanics, you know, and mechanical vehicles in a way, and using with the special abilities they're gonna have, and and it looks like it's gonna be far more characters involved. It's just gonna be just Ganon. Who else? What other bosses do we? Let's look at there's more. A lot of more beasts. There's that three-headed dragon and stuff. It's gonna be massive and nuts, and it's Zelda, Nintendo's biggest game ever. It's got the most. I don't know how to say it. If you download on your Switch, you're downloading a whole lot of freaking data on there, because this is set to be the biggest game they've ever done. So that's why it's better to get better to get the physical. Get the physical copy, and I'm sure you have to do download some stuff in there, and the Switch can hold it. But are you hearing anything about the new about the Switch? Man, let me go to this guy real quick. I like him. Let me see if I can find it. What's his name? I follow him. His name is Obi-Wan Plays, and I like watching his stuff all the time. He's cool as hell. But sometimes it's like, let's see if I can click it. And his latest video is Nintendo Switch 2 release date and first game. Now, let's see.
Oh man, it's about to go down.
Do any of you guys watch this guy? Meaning like Frank or Ryan, do you watch him? Or no?
No, I saw the thing with him and Reggie, but no.
Let me try to go to it, fast forward it, because
to go over today, before we get started, give the video it's continue to heat up. I mean, they are on. Where's my fire? The Dunes. All right. This is coming from tomsguide.com. Bruh. The Switch 2 centered around this game right here. Developer Funcom has announced Dune Awakening. And if you notice the platform listings, it says PC, PS5, Xbox S1, that's the Xbox Series consoles, and then the last slot says to be announced for another console that this platform will be launching on. Two things. This could be the first announced Nintendo Switch 2 game, and it gives us a window of when the Switch 2 could be launching. Now, this game was this game looks crazy good. The game was originally announced in 2022 with no.
I gotta. slow down. Okay, to get what he's doing. Did I even get stop to share? It seems to me that he always sets out good certain news, but then he doesn't give you exactly what you get on the title. You know, it's just it's all the what ifs. Have you been hearing anything about the Switch 2? It's gonna be like the Switch, like the Wii U thing.
Okay,
So,
yeah, I've heard rumors in that, and I'm always very skeptical about anything like that. Like, yeah, eventually Nintendo is gonna make another system. Like, they can only go so long, and I mean, you're seeing a more of a portable lifespan with the Switch because it's been so successful, because people are still buying it. Also, a large part of that, a friend of mine is looking to replace a graphics card in his daughter's computer. And so graphics cards are still, there is still a supply shortage. So there are still parts of a computer, parts of a gaming system that there is supply issues with. So, and those have started from COVID. They haven't continued as they did through COVID, but they haven't gone away either. So all of these things make me skeptical about like a portable Game Boy Advance, DS, original Game Boy. They all had, other than the 3DS, they all had longer lifespans than what the consoles did. And Nintendo will eventually release a new console. But the main thing that makes me skeptical is people always talk up like, you know, Switch 2 will definitely be 4K and definitely this and that. And I'm like, Nintendo has
I was hearing that more at the beginning.
Yeah. Nintendo has put themselves in a position, for better or worse, with the success of the Switch, where they need to do another hybrid console. That has played a huge part in why they have been so successful. Like, people bought The Witcher again or bought Skyrim again because they could take it with them. The Steam Deck is a cool idea, but it has not bit into the Switch's market share as much as people thought it would. So Nintendo, having had the most success with this and having weathered through and done really well against the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and still doing decently well against the launches of the 5 and the PS5 and the Series X, Series S, I don't see Nintendo in a position where, unless they're going to suddenly do things completely different and not and put out a console that is the most high-powered console on the market. Typically, they go for more cost-effective parts and sell the console at a lower price point. I don't see where they're going to be able to compete as well as they have unless they stick with a hybrid console. People are expecting that. People are expecting that they will be able to play all their Switch games on the Switch 2. So they're expecting backwards compatibility. Portability would help with that for sure.
Yeah, I think. Go ahead.
But I think like a 4K Switch, so what we have now that's portable, your battery life is going to be in the toilet with 4K, because it will, like, it's already only, I think, like 6-9 hours at the most battery life on like a Breath of the Wild, or
you're gonna be reduced to like 3 hours or 2.
Yeah, and so then what's the point of having a portable if you're only getting 2 hours of life? You can't play that on a.
I'm telling you, don't play so much. All you need is 2-3 hours. That's all you need.
Yeah, they'll try and push it like that, but that isn't gonna fly with people.
I think my opinions on seeing so much about it the last half a year, to especially the last 3 months, have been massive or crazy. Watching all these big YouTubers talk. Obi-Wan's who I watch often, and he's the reason why I got back into video games, and I was done. I was 2017 when the Switch came out. Months prior to that, I just started watching these videos like, what's Nintendo Switch, and I decided just out of the blue, and I ended up making that crazy costume going to New York City, and I did that. that's when I got back into gaming with the Switch, and then that's how I still watch him. And he does prolong a lot of things. The news sounds good, but then he says, "Well, this is what it." I don't know, the way he says it, like that bums me out. So I'm like, "Come on, dude, give me some actual shit." But I'm still very supportive over him. I even got his shirt. But I'm trying to get him on the podcast. He says he would like to, or he mentioned something on Twitter, but he always says that. But overall, I mean, he gives out some good stuff, but little by little, these guys give you the most they can. But the Switch is said out of hearing enough from a lot of different YouTubers and people that it's gonna be. It's not. I don't think it's gonna be as powerful as the PS5. They say supposedly it's gonna compete with supposedly stronger than the that newer Xbox or so, and going to be better than the other. What's that other handheld you were talking about?
The Steam Deck.
The Steam Deck, and Steam Deck's got enough issues of its own. You're gonna have to up the price. I mean, I'm just thinking Nintendo, if they're gonna announce something out of all these rumors, like right now, they're not gonna do it right now. Zelda hasn't even come out yet. Mario just came out. The successes with Mario right now with the game. I mean the movie. After Zelda comes out, and think about this, they got a new thing coming out in September. Nintendo's doing like their first type of, it's like an E3, but not an E3. It's just a Nintendo thing. Did you hear about the announcement on Nintendo on Twitter?
Yeah, like that they're doing. I mean, that's essentially what they've been doing anyway with the directs, where they would have a direct at E3, but that was all digital. So
now they're doing their own entire show, just Nintendo only. They're gonna do it I think in Seattle, and they're just gonna blow out all this new stuff, this and that. I'm wondering if they're gonna do the announcement then, if they're gonna do it. It has to be after Zelda. If this is gonna be happening, and if this is somewhat true, what everyone's saying, it would happen after May if they do it. Because if Nintendo is gonna try to do this, is it going to be, they keep saying, all these people keep saying holiday this year. I think it's more of a next year thing, my opinion. Early next year, mid next year, but we'll never know. I mean, I think it's going to be another Switch upgrade, and that I'm going to get that if it does happen. Because I think about this, how long it's taking them to make Metroid Prime 4? It's still in development. It's taking that long. They haven't given us shit. Just the new remake of the game. I love that game. Just like we're just talking about. I was just playing before I got the remake on the Switch. That week before I was playing it on the GameCube on the TV, and I noticed the differences. And it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. But the but with the Metroid Prime 4, I would hope that if their new Nintendo system is coming out, I would hope that they move the game onto that. Because I think it's gonna be such a big game. I don't know if you're gonna be able to run such a big game that's taken you guys so many years or so long to make. I don't think the Switch right now can run it, or it can't even run PS4 games. And they always try to bring they always try to bring PS3, PS4 games over or whatever, like Crisis, some game called Crisis something, and I would be mad. Like, man, I get tired. I just don't get that many games anymore, and like right now I can't really get as much as I wanted to, but it's just Nintendo has to really update a little bit somewhat. Their games don't really have to be so high tech and so big and powerful. Like even their system, I don't think needs to be all that dramatically advanced, but I think they're going to go in some type of advancement and increase their power somewhat. I don't think it's going to, I think supposedly it's going to be at almost a near level of PS5. I don't know if that's true. I do think it'll be powerful than the regular Switch, and it'll be a jump. But still, it's all to me. I think it's all based on video games. That's what it is. It's your games that make the winner there. And Zelda Breath of the Wild is not a high tech game. Like if you play Gotham Knights on PS5, the graphics are insane. And when I play compared to Breath of the Wild, but Breath of the Wild is so beautiful. It's gorgeous. Just the way the type of, you get with that type of, animation of that kind of type of game. It's just, it's just amazing. As Nintendo doesn't have to go all high tech, But anyways, when it comes to Metroid Prime 4, I mean, Nintendo does eventually have to come up somehow and develop something more, a little bit more advanced. I think maybe this will be for, if it comes out soon, it'll be like for 5 years, and then maybe they'll finally come up with a new type of system. Who knows? But Nintendo ain't rushing it. You know, the PS6, it's set to come out in 2020, 25, 26. I don't know. It's just I'm not excited to be, you know, I worked, you know, when I got my son a PS5 when it came out, when it first, I was struggling that, you know, those things, sometimes it's hard, you know, be buying these things. And luckily the kid's mom got me the one, you know, got me my own on Valentine's Day. I didn't ask for it, she gave it to me. But the thing is, for my sons, when it came out, you know, it's I think I'm always gonna stick with Nintendo, and I'm not like a big Sony person. Just the only game that I probably played the most on it, like I was just playing Gotham Knights. I'm done. I would say would be The Last of Us remake. That's the only thing I'm playing on that thing. Nintendo Switch, I play so much with Mario Kart and whatever else, and the Phoenix game I'm playing now is just. But other than that, overall with Zelda talk, and is there any other big gaming news do you know of that's happening?
There was I guess a Sony State of Play, same day as the Zelda. So I think it was yesterday, as the Zelda trailer, and it was largely focused around the gameplay of Final Fantasy 16. That looks a lot like a Devil May Cry style of gameplay, which is interesting. I didn't watch the Sony thing because I watched the Zelda trailer, but yeah, I think it's interesting how action oriented they're going with Final Fantasy. But the story looks like it could be okay. It looks like it's a lot about revenge and a lot more of like a Game of Thrones bloody kind of more mature Final Fantasy than what we're used to. I don't think, from what I heard, that anything else was shown in the Sony presentation.
I'm still playing my Final Fantasy 7 on the Switch, the original.
Me too. Yeah, I have everything done on the Switch version. This is the first time I've gotten as much done as I have, where all my party members are level 80 or above. Most of my materia is mastered, and I actually took down. I used the game boosters, so I cheated, but they're in the game, so you know, too bad I did.
Game boosters? Where do you get that, or how do you do that?
The one I use, you click in the right stick, you can press it like a button, and it makes it so that your character's limit breaks will refill every turn, and any damage you take, it fills back up. Any magic you use, it fills back up. I took down with that turned on Emerald and Ruby weapon. Ruby, I still had to strategize. Even like being virtually unkillable, it still wipes you out pretty easily. I had to figure out how to mess with it so that it would get so many more turns than it would, so I could kill it quickly. But yeah, I took them both down, and I have all the materia in the game. I have most of it mastered. I'm trying to do Cloud, Tifa, and Barret to level 99 before I actually finish the game. But
I think that I remember seeing that way back when the game first came out in the PlayStation days. When I did, my brother actually, I watched him do all that. So now I got to go back to it. I always go back to certain things, but mainly on my Switch. That's the GameCube. I need to go back to my Super Nintendo and continue playing Chrono Trigger. So I'm definitely taking out certain games that I was playing. Like I was playing the what was I playing? Ghostbusters. I finished the Ghostbuster game. Give me 1 sec. I was playing the Ghostbusters game and I finally finished it. But just some games I bought before through the years of the Switch, and then now I'm just like taking them off my backlog. I'm just trying to play what I really am excited to play, and I can always replay Chrono Trigger, things like that. And I want to replay again Link to the Past, so it's got a lot of, how do you say, those type of things. I'm just trying to work on timing, because my Luigi, my son is he's just turned 4, so it's kind of always timing with him where where I got to put my time where it's worth putting in, and when I have time for gaming. And like right now he just went to his grandparents for the weekend, so now I got to work on my camera equipment stuff right now, and so a lot of those kind of things. But other than that, let's see, Mario Brothers, we spoke about that. Zelda, the excitement in Zelda, and it's pretty much it for. Is there anything else, or I think we pretty much covered those things that we wanted to?
Yeah, no, I think we got it.
Let's see. So let me get down to here. But for those who are watching, let's cut this one loose. This is episode 111. That's pretty much that is the you're right there. It's just we started this in the beginning of the pandemic into the podcast, and it went from gaming to YouTuber review, interviewing YouTubers and things like that, and went into voice actors and things like that, and it's still going to stay into those type of things. But I do want to get back into some of this, like we're doing today, game talk conversations, and we'll come up with topics next time. So if there's something you want to talk about, Ryan, we will talk about whenever next time we pop up, or when's good for you. I know you're busy. You do a lot of, your things too. And, you do a lot of volunteering and things like that. And for me, just have to see what's coming on the next few weeks, how things are working. Like for me, it's just tomorrow all day. I got 2 hours of, I got a martial arts class at 11. And then I got it's like I have 2 hours martial arts. One's the first original class. And then there's the, it's called Kali training. Kali training. It's another type of class within the class that I do 2 hours of. Then I got to get straight to doing some filming and stuff. But either way, other than that, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thanks for whoever joined in. Let's see in the comments, it was Frank Flint. Thanks for jumping by. And let's see, we're gonna end out with and for that's right. Yeah, hold on, let me get that. Yes, and where's he at? Yeah, there is Amazing Conrad. So I'm trying to stop myself from coughing. This fan is like in my face, and I'm gonna have to turn it. But all right, let's get through here. Let's close out here. I'm gonna close out with the intro outro. So until next time, this is some good talk, good conversations. Thank you for joining on Ryan DRAYSON. This is the Chronoz Show featuring Ryan DRAYSON. And we'll see you guys on next time. Ryan, stay on for a second. We're gonna close out. We're ending the broadcast. Let's end with the little intro outro here. All right, till next time. See you later, guys.
Good night.
Thunder! Thundercats! Ho!